The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 8 has released on Disney Plus, and I've had a chance to watch the season finale, which includes standout scenes, a shocking ending, Star Wars Easter eggs, a post-credit scene, and more to break down. In particular, I'm going to be explaining the plot and ending for The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 8, entitled The Rescue, in the aim to help you guys gather a greater sense of what happened. This analysis will also contain spoilers, so if you do happen to be someone who isn't up to date on Season 2 or The Mandalorian, then I would recommend watching this video after you've caught up. If you want to see more videos on Star Wars The Mandalorian, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like rating. But without further ado, let's dive into my breakdown and explained video for the final episode of The Mandalorian Season 2. So after a series of catastrophes, The Mandalorian starts the Season 2 finale trying to gain some ground. He's lost his ship, his weapons, his Baby Yoda, and he even had to ditch his helmet last week. He's on the back foot and out of his depth, with only a band of outlaws ready to take on the full force of Moff Gideon's Imperial forces. Regardless of it being Star Wars, it doesn't mean there can't be a few stumbling blocks to victory along the way, and this episode does a good job of making you root for the characters that we follow. The episode begins with a couple of quick shot action scenes with the gang grabbing hold of clone expert Dr. Pershing and recruiting fellow Mandalorians, including Bo-Katan. After a little tension between the Mandalorians and Boba Fett, which leads to another fun clash, it's not long before this intergalactic squad is splitting up to storm Moff Gideon's cruiser in a tricky Trojan horse maneuver. But once they're in, they face more than the usual stormtroopers, with Gideon's deadly droid Death Troopers making for a more serious and pretty intimidating threat. While I and some viewers of The Mandalorian sometimes criticise the show for taking a while to get to the point, this finale is all business, arriving at the main assault fairly soon in the episode and moving swiftly through the beats. With a combination of the series' regular sneaky heist sequences and the original trilogy's Death Star infiltrations, it's a pleasing scale up for the Disney Plus series that only builds as the episode continues. While the assault succeeds at first, a squad of dark troopers soon break free to threaten Mando, and the series does a great job at establishing them as a greater threat, powerful, relentless, and nearly indestructible, which is all the more impressive given what a joke the droid soldiers were in the Star Wars prequels. Still, the real target of the team is Giancarlo Esposito's Moff Gideon, and after a couple of seasons of build-up, he finally gets to do his best mustache-twirling speech, talking about order in classic Imperial fashion, before a knockdown Saber vs Beskar battle, which fans have been hoping for. Chekhov's Beskar spear finally came into play, and while the battle was brief, it was a fun inclusion to put in a season that's really expanded the action potential of TV Star Wars. Soon though, we were back to more familiar territory. With Moff Gideon captured, he was already sowing discord in the ranks, stating that although Dim won the Darksaber in battle, he couldn't just hand it over to Bo-Katan, who'd only come along to take it. She has to beat him in battle to take the Darksaber, and this causes some tension. He also states that he has Baby Yoda's blood, and that's all he needed, so this could potentially be a big development point come Season 3. But this tension and setup was punctured by the arrival of even more Dark Troopers, who start punching their way through a giant door at the control room where our characters await. This all builds until one huge final reveal, where one lone X-Wing comes to the rescue. With Grogu's ears unfurled, the Dark Troopers stopping their assault, and a familiar robed figure walking into play, one of our heroes whispers a Jedi. one with a green lightsaber and the skills enough which were shown brilliantly on screen to handily cut his way through the Dark Troopers even as he slowly approached the fascinated Baby Yoda. Emerging from the smoke is none other than Luke Skywalker, with his lightsaber drawn like his father and offering to take Grogu into his protection. He comes in with a slightly different look than we're used to seeing, which appears like it was crafted using deepfake technology, which although looked horrible on my own 4K monitor, it was just great to see the galaxy's ultimate hero back. It's an astonishing, long-awaited return, but wisely, The Mandalorian knows to focus its energy on its central pairing. In a heart-rending farewell where Din tells Baby Yoda, "Don't be afraid," he removes his mask willingly for the first time, showing his face to see off the child. "May the Force be with you," Luke says as he walks off, Baby Yoda in hand with an appearance from R2-D2. I'm sure plenty of fans will have been just as devastated as Din Djarin to see him walked away under inspirational music. Surely, that's not the end of this partnership though. Well, for now, we'll just have to wait and see. The episode ends with Mando and Grogu parted once more, with a big question mark over how the series continues going forward. Will the series really try to not include its biggest selling point, or will it concoct a new way to reunite its central duo? And what will Mando even get up to now that his quest is at an end? However, we do get a fun hint at what could be next for another masked member of Mando's team, with a post-credits sting seeing Boba Fett and Fennec taking over what remains of Jabba the Hutt's palace from Return of the Jedi. Do we smell another spin-off as Boba takes Jabba's throne? Well, yes, as following this scene is an announcement that the Book of Boba Fett will release in December of 2021. I guess it's just another Star Wars product to add to the already growing list, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see. But that was my brief breakdown video explaining the plot and ending for The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 8. I thought this final episode was a great end to a big step up on the first season. The separation of Mando and Grogu is a slightly bittersweet end to what has been a season of television with many highlights. Season 2 has raised the stakes following the return of Boba Fett and appearance of Ahsoka Tano in live-action form, but more importantly, these were built subplots that formed the tapestry of Din Djarin's world. Although there have been a few secluded and less impressive episodes, there have also been exciting ones, which were well directed and crucially in this year above all others, uniting, acting as a true cultural moment with fans tuning in and discussing the series worldwide. Going forward, the Disney Plus Star Wars universe looks set to get even bigger, with a few characters spinning off from The Mandalorian Season 2 directly, and I'm excited to see what's coming next. But I also hope that despite all of this excitement, The Mandalorian can continue to thrive on the outer rim of the franchise, and hopefully it isn't done with Baby Yoda just yet. I'm giving Episode 8 of The Mandalorian Season 2 a 9 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown and review, and overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in Season 3 of the Star Wars show. I'm also intrigued to hear all of your thoughts on Episode 8, so let me know down below in the comment section, as well as listing your predictions for what could happen down the line. For more Mandalorian and beyond, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating. I will be covering Season 3 when it releases at the end of next year, alongside bringing constant updates on all the new Star Wars shows, so make sure to keep a lookout for whenever I post. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.